It is the middle of the night, and something has woken you. The fire has burned down to a low orange glow. The rest of the camp is asleep on the bare ground around you, and out past the last of the light, low to the ground, two eyes are watching you. They do not blink. They have been there for a while. You are not the hunter here. You are the slowest, softest, weakest thing for miles. No claws, no fangs, no fur, blind in the dark, while the thing watching you can see you perfectly. For most of the human story, this was the most dangerous moment of your whole life. Not battle, not starvation. This. Lying down, closing your eyes, in the open, in the dark. For hundreds of thousands of years, we were not the top of the food chain. We were meat. And the hour we were easiest to kill was the hour we slept. Here is the thing nobody tells you. You picture early humans as hunters, a spear, a kill, meat over a fire. But for most of the time, there have been creatures like us. We were the ones being hunted. We were a small, slow ape that slept on the ground, out in the open, in a world full of things built to eat exactly that. Leopards, hyenas, cats with fangs longer than your hand, bears that stood taller than two men, and every one of them did their best work at night while you lay still and quiet and blind. This is the story of how we stopped being food and the one thing that changed it. Start with the proof because we can hold it in our hands. In South Africa, there is a cave called Swartkrans. Down in its old layers, mixed in with the bones of antelope and other animals, we find the bones of early humans, our own relatives from more than 1 million years ago. They are not buried. They are not laid to rest. They are broken and scattered in among the leftovers of something's meals. And one of those skulls tells you exactly what happened. It is the skull of a young one, and punched into the bone are two neat, round holes, side by side, a fixed distance apart. For a long time, no one was sure what made them. Then someone held the lower jaw of a leopard up against the skull, and the two long canine teeth slid into the two holes perfectly. An exact match. That is how a leopard carries a kill. It clamps the head from behind and hauls the body up into a tree, out of reach of everything else, to feed in peace. The tree at Swartkrans grew over a crack in the rock. The scraps, bones, skulls, us, dropped down through the crack into the cave below and stayed there for 1 million years, waiting for us to find them and understand. We were not the ones who lived in that cave. We were what got dragged past it, and it did not only come from the ground. There is another skull, much older and much smaller, a child, one of the very early branches of our family, found at a place called Taung. For years, the damage to it was a mystery. The eye sockets were torn, the bone gouged and pierced in a strange way. Then someone looked at what big eagles do to monkeys today. They strike from above, drive their talons in around the eyes and the back of the skull, and carry the body off to a perch to feed. The marks an eagle leaves behind look exactly like the marks on the Taung child. A bird took a child of our line, the way a hawk takes a mouse. Sit with what that means. The danger was not only in front of you, at eye level, where you could face it. It was below you in the long grass, and it was above you in the open sky, and it was out past the firelight in the dark. There was no direction that was safe. You spent your whole short life as something that other animals simply saw as a meal. But the worst of it was always the night. Picture it. The sun is gone. Your eyes, which are good in daylight, are now nearly useless. You cannot see past the edge of the fire. But the things that hunt you were built for this. A cat's eyes drink the smallest light. A hyena can smell you from far off. A warm, soft animal lying still on open ground. And here at the moment your breathing slows into sleep. You have no walls. You have no roof. You have no watchtower. You have a patch of dirt, a few sleeping bodies beside you, and the dark pressing in from every side. And they knew the rules better than you did. A leopard does not charge a group of awake, shouting humans in daylight. It waits. It comes in the last dark hour before dawn, when the fire is low and the camp is deepest asleep, and it takes the one on the edge, the straggler, the child, the old one who could not move to the middle, quietly, often without waking anyone else at all. In the morning, someone is simply gone, a drag mark in the dirt, a little blood, and the rest of you learn, again, the oldest lesson there is. The dark is not empty, and sleep is the most dangerous thing you do. So what changed? Why are you not right now? Something's breakfast. The answer is the thing glowing in the middle of your camp, fire. In a cave called Wonderwork, deep in South Africa, there are ashes and burnt bone sitting in layers that are around 1 million years old. some of the oldest signs we have of people using fire in their own shelter. And fire did something nothing else could. It turned the night around. No animal walks into a fire. The light pushes the dark back. The heat and the smoke carry on the wind and say, from far off, stay away. For the first time in the whole story of life, the soft, slow ape had a wall it could raise anywhere it stood, a circle of light that the things with fangs would not cross. But fire has a price, and the price tells you how afraid we were. A fire has to be fed all night, or it dies, so someone could not sleep. Someone had to sit up in the dark, feed the flames, and watch, while everyone else lay down. We began to sleep in a ring, the fire in the middle, our backs to the warmth and our faces to the dark, in shifts, with one of us always awake. And slowly, over more lifetimes than you can hold in your head, we did one more thing. We stopped only defending and started winning. A ring of shouting humans with fire and sharpened sticks became something a leopard could lose to, and animals learn. A predator that gets hurt hunting your kind teaches its young to hunt something else. Generation by generation, the things in the dark learned a new rule: leave the ones by the fire alone. So here is what you have to sit with. You like to think you would have slept just fine out there. You wouldn't have. Nobody did. Nobody on open ground, in the dark, with that in the world, ever truly let go and slept the way you will sleep tonight, behind walls, under a roof, with a door you can close. And you can prove it on yourself. The first night you spend somewhere new, a strange hotel, a friend's couch, you sleep badly, lightly, half listening. There is a name for it. Half of your brain stays a little awake, on watch, all night long. It does not trust the new place. It is still listening for the eyes in the dark. That watchman never left you. It is the jolt that snaps you awake at a creak in the house. It is the reason a dark hallway feels wrong and a lit room feels safe. It is why a fire, even now, calms something deep in you the moment you sit down beside it. None of that is weakness. Every one of those feelings is a gift handed down from someone who survived the night, someone who slept light, kept the fire fed, and lived until morning when the one beside them did not. You are here because they were afraid of the dark, and if you had lived back then, soft, slow, blind in the night, with the eyes watching from the edge of the light, you would have done the same.